Welcome to today's exciting episode of What's Richard Going to Do in Padstow? Well, this morning, everybody, in a battle to make sure that YouTube has something uploaded every day to keep him up in the algorithms, Richard is going to cook breakfast. Yes, he is. What would you have for breakfast on your boat when you're not moving? Well, I opened the fridge and found 6 eggs. We don't need that tripod. Popped a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. This particular one came from somewhere that makes olive oil. Here we have an egg. I do know that if you drop an egg, it will break perfectly. But here I have nothing to drop the egg onto. So I'm going for the old-fashioned crack it on the side of the pan. The issue with that is you sometimes end up with it won't quite open egg, or worse, bits of shell in your egg. See how cleverly I pop them at the other side. If only just to keep talking, because I just need to make a video to keep the algorithm going. Are we ready for the yolk to pop out of this one? Boop. Lovely. Wasn't that nice? I'm going to go for a 4-egg scrambled egg because, well, I'm a big growing boy. A little bit too much energy went into that, and now I've spilt egg down the side of the pan. Best mop that up. We'll leave those there for now, while I move through into the kitchen. Just mop that little bit of egg up there. We don't want egg hanging around. Oh. I think it would be extremely exciting if some of you guys could shell out a few yolks and pop them in the comments to make people laugh. What jokes could you pop in the comments? Leaning over slightly to my right into the fridge, I have some long life milk. Once opened, keep refrigerated. The fridge actually is nothing more than a camping fridge that plugs into a 12-volt supply, which you could use in your camper van or car. This fridge has served us very, very well since, well, I think 2020, I think I bought it. Although it doesn't now adjust its temperature. It used to have a, you can hear it fan whirring away there. And the dial used to work, and it used to go up or down in speed of the fan. It's a Peltier plate. Magic things, Peltier plates. Put electricity into a Peltier plate, which is magic. One side will get hot and one side will get cold. And so the hot side is on the outside of the fridge and the fan blows across it to get rid of the heat. And then the other side stays cold. And it condenses a lot, and you end up with very wet egg cartons. See how that is wet under there? Nah, maybe you can't, but I can see. So have you thought of that egg joke yet? It'll be all white if you can't. So we're just going to mix this up. Those are a few herbs and spices, Provincial. So really, I've got my Italian herbs and spices and my Mediterranean olive oil my British free-range eggs, and we'll assume the milk was also from British cows. There we go. See how nicely that's mixed? Yeah, maybe you can't. Maybe you can. But don't worry, this is just me waffling on, trying to keep up a video. Rhythm. Oh good, it's raining again. If it wasn't for the rain, we wouldn't have the seas. And if we didn't have the seas, we wouldn't be sailing around the UK. I'm just going to pop that onto a low, slow heat while I fill up the kettle. That'll do for 1 cup. I've got a calorifier, some of you may know that. That heats up the water, and the calorifier has a mixing valve. Do you know what? I'm going to show you a picture of it now, hopefully. Can you see at the top there, that rather dull looking metal thing? Well, that is a thermal temperature gauge, and it's broken. So basically, I can only get cold water through my system. There's loads of hot water in the tank, but that bit gauge won't let it out. It's like, oh no, no, you might scald yourself. I'm not going to let you do that. Well, how about I decide if I'm going to scald myself, and not you, you silly little piece of metal, which is going to cost £75 to replace. So anyway, kettle it is for hot water, because I probably spend a lot less than £75 on gas heating up a little bit of hot water. Not that I would use that hot water to make a drink. I don't know why, because it's come out of the same cold water tank. Yeah. Maybe that's just because in the olden days in the UK, houses had 2 different systems for hot and cold water. Cold water would come straight from the mains, and that would be nice, but the hot water would go up into a tank in the loft that was usually open, probably had a dead pigeon in it and loads of dust, and then that tank went into the immersion heating hot water tank, and then that went to your hot taps. They've changed that now, but as I grew up, it was like you never drink the water from the hot tap. There you go. So what should we talk about whilst I'm waiting for my eggs to cook, my kettle to boil? We talk about the fact that the forecast has changed from rough in the Bristol Channel to very rough, and I would have been making my way from Lundy across to Swansea in very rough. Now if rough is anything up to 4 metres plus swell, which could be potentially 8 metres, yeah, I don't want to be out in that. So here I am in Padstow for at least another 2 days. Boo hiss. Might be able to leave on Friday, but that's going to mess me up for some work commitments that I had in London. So don't quite know what to do about that. Don't know where to put the boat while I work in London. And that's my last work commitment this year. Now, one thing I have found when you're making scrambled egg is if you monologue randomly to a phone in the corner, for all you lovely people to hit subscribe, like, and maybe if you wanted to go to the donate, that would be delightful. Oh, anyway, one thing I've noticed is if you keep doing that, your eggs will stick to the bottom of your aluminium pan. I have been absolutely delighted with the amount that has been donated by the people at Padstow. They have seen the QR code, they've seen the flag that says what I'm doing and who I'm doing it for, and the donations have been coming in. Thank you, Padstow. It has been absolutely wonderful. Try with a spoon. That's better. As you can hear, I'm scraping it off the bottom. It's not burned, it's just gone a bit hard. Now, I would like to know if anybody out there is watching is a vegan, where do you get your protein from? Now, as a vegetarian, you can get your protein from eggs and milk and things like that. Check it out, see? Lovely, scrambled the egg. But if there's any vegans watching, I'd love to know where you get your protein from, because I feel quite sure it's very difficult to get protein as a vegan. Correct me, tell me I'm wrong. Which beans? I know there's some certain beans. Put my last egg back in the fridge there. Cup of tea. Don't mind if I do. More tea, Vicar. Decaf tea. Because I like my coffee, I get my caffeine from my coffee. But what I don't like... Oh, listen to that noise. Listen to it. Ready? Oh, that was a rubbish noise. Hang on. Woo! Woo! I love it. What I don't like is all of the mess, the debris, and the waste. Like tea bags, for example. We make a lot of mess, don't we? We don't realise how much of a mess you actually make, how much waste we actually produce, until your black bin bag is in the same room as you all the time. And then you have to start moving around it. If your wheelie bin, in the UK, our outdoor refuse bins have wheels on them, we call them wheelie bins. Maybe other countries have that too. It's not impossible, is it? If your wheelie bin was in your kitchen, how much less trash would you want to have around you all the time? Anyway, good morning everybody. This is my scrambled egg and cup of tea breakfast. And, oh yeah, I've got to show you that metal thing now. I've got to edit this, I can't just upload it. Please like, subscribe, share. Maybe don't share this one, because this is just me waffling. And let's see if we can get to £10,000 for Parkinson's UK before I finish this journey. That would be awesome. Thank you.